Mr. A.R. Rahman, Allah Raka Rahman. He will be with me now in a moment, inshallah. I am just searching for him. I hope that he's here. I believe he's here. Yes. Oh my God. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you?
I'm fine. Allah Raka sir. How are you? How is everything with you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. So
finally, for relaxation, I just hearing your music, your songs before this session happened. This is something big for me to have you as a legend, the genius, the best musician in the world, Mr. Allah Raka Rahman sir.
You're very kind, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I want to have a brief, and I will ask you some questions. I know I don't have good Hindi. My English also not that much. My Arabic is very well, but I will not speak in Arabic, but I will speak with you in English, of course. So, Rahman sir, music don't have any language. You prove that. Music is only one language. It is music. You prove it by your tunes, by your musician, by your stuff, by your albums, by your songs. You had done so many kinds of music: Hindi, Tamil, South, Punjabi, Irani, Arabic, Spanish. So many languages, mashallah. We need to know the unique secret about Rahman sir to do this all kind of stuff.
There's no secret, I think. I'm from a musical family, you all know that. So at childhood, my father left early and when I was very young. So my interest in music started after I started working in the film studios for other composers. Then because I was doing South Indian film music with other composers, I was more interested in what is the other side. So I was listening to all other kinds of music, world music and Western classical and Western film music and Arabic and African and everything. So for me, the palette of sounds and the tunes were actually the whole world rather than just sticking to one culture. And because the song actually is liked because of the lyrics. If I compose a jazz composition and if I have a lyric which is connecting to the audience, they don't care what style it is. Sometimes they connect to the song. So that is one of the secrets, because if the lyrics connect to you, you don't see what style it is or you don't see what. And I embrace everything. I think like how God has made each culture beautiful, and we celebrate each culture, the beliefs, the traditions, the music, the food. I'm open. That's why I suppose.
Rahman sir, you will not believe that yesterday I had a call from Mr. Dharmendra. He's the legend actor from Bollywood. He called me and he told me, "Congratulations, Hamad, you're having A.R. Rahman in your show." So he also a big fan of you. He's just saying salam to you. Sir, in school time, most of people, they don't know about your story. Arab people, some Arab people, they don't know that at the age of, I believe in 9 or 10th, your father passed away, and you have the responsibility for your family at that age, in spite of being a child, and also your love of music, that also cost of you your study. Your school study, maybe you didn't complete it because of that responsibility. Can you tell some short story about this so people they have the inspiration from this?
Yeah, told the story 1,000 times, but I'll tell it again.
I know.
The
in different ways.
My father worked in the Malayalam film industry, and he was a composer and assistant, arranger and all that stuff. So he wanted to buy a house for us. Because of that, he worked very hard. He worked in 7 different places at the same time. So his health, and there are many factors, he passed away. So when he passed away, my mom, he had left equipments, musical equipments. Mom had a belief that I will take over and play one day. And we were renting out those equipments. So she said, why don't you learn this? And she guided me into music in a way. And then I started playing for almost 10 years with almost all South Indian composers, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, and Malayalam. And then finally started doing my own compositions on TV commercials. After that, one of the TV commercials became very famous, and one of the relatives, Trilok Sharda, my friends, introduced me to Maniratnam. And Maniratnam, for me, is bigger than anything. At that time and even now, is, yeah. And I was very lucky to be in his shadow with the guidance. You know, we did Roja and won all the awards. And by the grace of God, I'm still working. And God bless his health and everything.
Yeah. Absolutely, he's a genius in his work. Sir, I used to be in school time playing on Melodica. If you know Melodica, it is yeah. I'm doing the national anthem of my country because I was studying in military school. Then they promote me to accordion. I'm doing that accordion as well. But after that, I couldn't do anything else. Mr. Rahman, you are, yeah, a little bit. I don't have right now, because I stopped that because I'm doing now movie direction and critic for movies.
What you're directing movie?
Yeah, I'm directing Emirati movies and short movies, and looking forward to do, inshallah, in the future, one international movie.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. So, sir, I'm doing that only melodic and accordion. After that, I stopped because I cannot do another thing. You, mashallah, at the age of 10 and I think 12, you done all kind of instruments. You mastered them. I
didn't master anything.
No, now you are master. Yeah.
There's a quest for doing things perfectly. So I take time. When you master them, things happen very fast. I take my own sweet time and do things. And yeah, that is a blessing. People are patient with me.
Yeah. That's the blessing, and we know that how you can play in all kind of instrument, and even you invent some of them by your. I don't know what you put, like some sounds, other tabla, or I don't know. This is org, but we heard other sounds, other music, and that. So how you invent that, mashallah?
I think anything you dig deep, you try to find greater meaning in it. And there's always something new if you just go deeper. And the question is, how much time do you have? When is the release? When do you have to give the music to the music company or the director or the producer? That's always the question. So you find the time. If you have more time, you keep going. If you have less time, you just do something beautiful and give it to them. So when we have more time, when we, like especially last year when Corona happened, lockdown happened, so my close team was always with me, and we were trying many new things. Like we got a robotic player for tablas, not to replace the tabla, but to see how much we can do polyphonic tabla and tabla tarang and all this stuff. So these are the things which, when I have time, I try to go deeper so we can extract more, better things, better miking, better harmony, better sounds, so people get excited.
Wow. Rahman sir, my experience with you, when I was a teenager, I saw so many movies in the 90s. I heard one song, it's from Tu Hi Mera Dil. Sun le Meenakshi, Tu Hi Mera Dil. When I heard that song at that time, I didn't like it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Before 4 days or 5 days, I heard this song again, and I tried to head doing like this. This looked like fresh for me. Even some songs, maybe in the previous interview with you, I told you that my children, my daughter, when she was 1 year old, Bombay released, and I singing for her Kuchi Kuchi Rakma. So it was very famous for children, and every child born in my home, I sing this song to them. So I want to know all people saying the same thing, that music of A.R. Rahman is taking like time and is long lasting. People will remember it forever. So what is that? How you bring that all souls in your side of the music? Uh, how come this?
I don't know.
That's a question. You know.
Because I think, first of all, if I work on something, I don't finish things very fast. I take time, I just uh, go back to it again, go back to it again. It's something very I'm fond of. And so when I go back to again, if it's um, too simplistic, I try to add something and try to arrange something. I have to try to add a new instrument, or there's a new musician who comes and plays something on that. So it evolves, over time. Suppose if the movie is not released for 2 years, it keeps evolving like this. Even the song has been shot, but then the song keeps improving. And most of the times I get a complaint that director says, "Why didn't you give me this before?" I said, "I didn't get that idea then. We had more time, so I was working on it more." So I think it's like there's certain formulaic ideas of song where you know that this is super hit, but then you heard that before, or you feel like you can do much more because of the kind of adulation songs get, and it's used in movies. The love and appreciation and the care people take to hear something change their lives. So I feel like it's important for me to give it as much as I can. So sometimes certain songs are fully loaded with different layers, which you can't get in the first learning, the first hearing. And then when you hear it again and again, it unravels to you. And maybe that may be the reason.
Yeah. Roja, your first work with Mani Ratam sir, and you told me now about your experience with working with Mr. Mani Ratam, one of the genius director in the Indian film industry. You won national award at the young age, at the first time. And to prove that you have that award because you deserve that, you made Bombay, which is one of the masterpiece in the film industry, music, even in Hindi, even in Tamil, in all languages. Then came Rangila. I want to ask you about your journey from South movies to Bollywood movies, working in Rangila, which is also one of the masterpiece. And I believe when you make that album, you thought about Indian or Hindi people who just stuck on one kind of music. They love only one kind of melodies, one kind of music. How they will welcome this music and this, and they welcome it very well.
And I think the way my sensibilities were, though I think those instincts guided me too, where nothing was planned. And because of the first movie and because of the love we got from the first Roja soundtrack, the expectations were really high there. They didn't expect anything lower than that. So, which is a very good thing. If somebody gets something on the first, and it has to go up, and it won the national award and all the awards. So the pressure was huge for me. That's why I took time. When other composers were doing 30 movies a year, I was doing 3. And because I was trying to put 30 movies stuff in 3 movies, and to take care on recording and production and how it's going to sound and how to go away from certain things, how to dodge certain things and bring a new sound. In fact, it's still the same kind of thing where you constantly finding new ways to excite yourself, because it should never get boring. If it gets boring for me, it'll get boring for you.
Yeah.
So that's important, and for that you need to be courageous, and you need to have faith in yourself, in humanity, in the listeners.
Wow. But Rangila, indeed, it's one of the different kind of music which happen in Bollywood cinema. I don't call it Bollywood, I call Hindi cinema. All people welcome that music, and something different happen.
Yeah,
And
Rangila,
also,
I have to show about Rangila. I think I happened to work with Ram Gopal Verma, who's young and daring, fearless, and he was one who trusted his instincts. He was a big music fan, and he loved the music making process with Mehboob and me. And so that it's like looking at a mirror, If you see something exciting, you also get excited. If you see somebody, so the whole process was super exciting, experimentative, and yeah.
Yeah. Rahman sir, in my country, in Arab, all Arab countries, they love so much your song Chaya 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 from Dilse. I have something, my feelings towards some singers like Sukhvinder Singh. I believe his style is unique, but you make it more unique by this kind of song, like Chaya Chaya, like Jeho, and Rabta Jogi, and also Sonu Nigam, who sings so many kind of melodies, but he have a special style when he sing for you, like Tu Hi Tu Satrangira, and also Udit Narayan. He have so many songs, but when he sing for you, Ajnabi Tu Bhi Kabhi, he sing it in different style. So what kind of what you do with them? You change their style and you give them new signature for this their songs.
I think it's just the tunes. The tunes are different, and they are amazing singers like Sonu Nigam and Udit Narayan. Sukhvinder especially is a very, very artistic man. He has knowledge in poetry and humanity, and so if we both sit, we could. I think we worked in a movie called In Water.
Yeah.
Deepa Mehtaji had to go for shooting, and then we worked on 4 songs. In 4 days, we completed 4 songs. So he was writing lyrics for that. So he's incredibly talented and has got the same enthusiasm and energy even now. We met last week here in Chennai. So, in fact, this is exactly the same thing he said. I think if we work together, we'll go into a new zone. And we're hoping that we'll get into something like that in the future and do more.
Rahman sir, I will tell you something. It's another experience with you for me. In '99, I bought new car because of you. You are the reason.
For
The car, yeah. How you know that? There was one of my cousin. He have a new car. In the car there is CD player. I have the CD player of Tal movie, and I put it in the car. When the song come Tal Pe Tal Mila, Tal Se Tal Mila, there was a rag of Sukhvinder. Tararam tam tararam. Then the water tick tick tick. I hearing that sound. I said, no, I want to buy this kind of car because I want to hear the same CD in this kind of car. In this movie, Tal, I know Subhash Ghai, he used to work with Lashmikant Peralji so many times, and with Anand Bakshi, of course. A.R. Rahman, he is a little bit different by what he done before, but still, the style of A.R. Rahman there, but there is like little soul of Lashmikant Peralal and that some kind of music, some kind of songs. I don't know if I'm wrong. You can write me.
Yeah, I think like the famous saying goes, we're all on the shoulders of giants. You know, when the legacy of Lashmikant Peralal is, you can never deny anything of what they've amazingly given to the audience, and and the Bakshi Sahab, Anand Bakshi. So when you're working with a legend like Anand Bakshi Sahab and Subhash Ghai, I think you try to be as close to the Hindi audience, but also try to give something new. So that's one of the beautiful combinations, because Subhash Ghai is like an A&R person. He picks everything, his tune, his lyric, his rhythms, and he's very particular about everything. And sometimes he would say, you know what, I think I confused you. I'm going back. You just send me the song. So there was nice, beautiful moments with him. And so I think we all know that 20 years he was ruling the industry. He was the #1 director. He made great movies and great music he did with every composer he worked with. So it was a real great pleasure working with him.
Each song from Tal is memorable. Even Asha Bhosle sang some songs in the movie. Kahin Aag Lage Lag Jaye. I love this song so much. And Nahi Samne is my favorite. Maybe you saw in my story, one of my favorite songs. Rahman sir, one of the unique thing you do for Indian music, that you are stuck in the Indian classical tunes. Even you working in foreign movies like Slumdog Millionaire, you stuck in the classical way, which is unique style, and no many music director, they don't stuck on that. For that reason, we hear some horrible sounds and some one day music and we forget it. But your music is long lasting for that reason. Slumdog Millionaire, for example, Jeho winning 2 Oscars and Grammy, 2 Grammy and Golden Globe. It is not coming like that. It's coming because you stuck in the classical, and that's the scent of classical in music in your tunes happen. So I want to ask you, is it right that you stuck only in the classical songs? Because I know there is Jani to Janina, there is some Papul
Yeah.
Khan dance, Sala, something different. But you, most of your music, that's your signature there, classical way.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's a very complicated question, and my foundation is classical music because I grew up and we heard all these tunes, there's all these ragas and South Indian classical, North Indian classical. I'm a big fan of Hindustani music also and Qawwali.
Yeah.
And for me, what phrases or what ragas gives that emotion? Not that what we've been put in the mind saying, oh, this is classical and you have to do this. I'm always questioning, why is this so great? Or because of this, this whole, the way it ascends and the way it descends creates a magic which some other form of music doesn't have. So I adapt that. Same way in Western classical, when you take all the harmony which happens, it gives a feeling of, it lifts you to the heavens. So sometimes I take the melody from, my culture and the harmony from the Western culture. So mix both of them. And so this is, there is a trap in everything. Sometimes you learn the rigid form of music and say you cannot go outside. But film music allows you to be much more freer. So you can experiment. People only respond to how they feel rather than what techniques you used. People are not going to react if I compose something thodi, which is great to the critics, but they don't respond to emotionally. That's one of the reasons why sometimes film music becomes mundane, which is very simple tunes in major and minor. It doesn't use the maqams. And maqams means ragas for us. So I think it's a balance. Sometimes you can there are little spots where you can insert these complex classical ideas in the score, and I'm always looking forward to those kind of things where people don't care whatever you do, but you can do good things there.
Yeah. That's one of the unique style. We love that music when it's interfaced by classical way, which you done, Mr. Rahman. Mr. Rahman, in 2011, I went to the Hajj in Saudi Arabia, of course, by Bahrain. Then I came back by Bahrain. When I came back, Rockstar was in the cinema. And there was one of my friend, he's saying, we'll go tomorrow. I told him, can we see the movie? He said, we just come from Hajj. How come we see more? I want to see this movie because I like Imtiaz Ali way. When I heard that Rahman is doing the music, there was a song, Kun Fayakun, mashallah. This song is still stuck in my mind from that time till today. Till today, whenever I hear the song, I close my eyes, I just feeling it. Sometimes my eye watering without any of reason, I don't know. The song has that kind of magic. I just want to say that Rockstar is one of the best music happen for film industry the last 10 years or last 20 years, in my opinion. And I want to know your journey with the Rockstar in the short with Imtiaz Ali also.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I was working with Imtiaz Ali. And initially I planned the same movie with John Abraham, and 3 years before we attempted some of the music. Then he came back with a new proposal for this one. And Imtiaz, I think what I understood is a whole new breed of director whom I work with. Because for 20 years I've been working with one kind of generation who were extraordinary, but then he was a new breed. And so there was a lot of give and take. There was a lot of stories he would tell and a lot of stories I would tell him. And sometimes this relationship of exchanging ideas, philosophies, lead to good work. There's a sense of trust, and there's a sense of fearlessness. So he said, I want Sufi song. I said, fine. I don't like Sufi songs with just generic thing, just like Ishq or Maula. I want to do something more deeper. If I have to do Sufi songs, it should be deeper. And so then he said, why don't we use the word kun fayakun? I said, are you crazy? You know, it's one of the most important line in the Holy Book, and I don't want to, we have to make sure that we don't distort it. He said, trust me, I will just give ultimate respect for everything. Because any religion, things which I take, I want to make sure that it's respected, whether it's Hinduism or Christianity or, you know.
Absolutely.
And then I think he called up from there, from when he was busy, he couldn't come in. So I sent him the tune, and we were actually doing the song remotely. Rishad Kamal was here, Jawad Ali was here in Chennai, and Mohit was here. So we sent it to him and we said, you guys don't need me, you finish the song without me. So it was interesting, that whole process. And there's one song I think which has gone beyond language, because the president of Berklee College of Music, Roger, he said, I don't know what the song is, but I love this. And most of the people who didn't know even what Kun Fayakun was, they still respond the same way. I think you go to the heavily loaded words, which have much more deeper meanings, which we don't understand ourselves. I think it's one of that, and the voices, the culmination of all the voices.
And Rahman sir, you done that very brilliantly. And Sufi songs, like in Joda Akbar, and also in Delhi 6, you have Sufi songs with that. But each one, they have different style, different mood. So still, all songs remain. But Kun Fayakun is one of my favorite. Sir, I saw in Amazon show before a few days your show. It's called Harmony, and yes. I describe it like Avengers of singers. You are just collect them from so many places and make one big war or one big style of singing with them. It's one of the best shows I saw in Amazon. I want to know how the idea come and who's the responsible for this idea, you or other people?
The idea came from Kavitalia. The Kavitalia is a company which introduced me, which produced the movie Roja. So Mr. Balachandras, who passed away, his daughter and son-in-law came to me and said, we have an idea like this for a next series, will you be interested? I was thinking, no, what will I do and who's going to watch this? So no, if you come in, it'll be interesting. So I said, okay, let's do it in the most beautiful way. And the director, they introduced Shruti Hariharan, who's also very talented. She's done research on music. They came up with the idea, but we sat together and wanted to make this eye candy and ear candy in a way, so that it's irresistible to me. So I said, let the visuals be amazing, and let's explore the places. Let people discover the place, to travel, and the music and the musician all together. So it's a whole package. And then the very end was almost like the mix of all these traditions at my studio in Chennai, where we put the set, the 5th episode. Oh. So I think that's something I really love, and I think I keep forgetting about it, but thanks for reminding me. It's one of the best experiences I've ever had. At one point, we were having all these musicians, and most of the students who would come out from my KM Conservatory college, they're also part of it. And I was sitting in my studio, and I was imagining, is this a dream? And I'm sitting in my studio, which I built for filming. Yes. In our set, our show, our musicians, and wow. And very rarely you get that high. I think that for 1 minute I was thankful to God for making that happen.
Wow. Indeed, it's very informative and very who love music, who understand music, they will love it more and more. And who don't know about music, they will also love it, because they will have more information about Rahman, about the stuff, how he choosing the music and how they deal with these people.
Yeah, I think for instance, Bahadin, I've learned so much from interacting with all these four people, but especially from him because I asked him to play a rag and I said, I'm not ready, I'll take another 2 years to play the rag. I asked him a particular rag and it's like, I need to work on it for 2 more years to play it. I said, wow, here's a person who's given everything to music and who's so dedicated and who's got the self control to even not show something which is not ready, which is brilliant, which I learned someday, something.
But Rahman sir, we feel a little bit jealous, especially Arab people, for that kind of stuff because we need the same thing happen also in Arabia. And I know that you are coming, inshallah, to Dubai and Dubai Expo. The question is for you. What about the new project, Future Proof, which is happening, mentioning young musician and also the Firdos Women's Orchestra in Dubai. So you are doing this. Can you tell something about this? And I think so many Arab people will they will be happy to see you here.
Future Proof is part of a foundation. What we want to do is there are certain questions. I travel both, to the US, to the Arab world, to India, to the East, and certain questions we keep asking. Why is the Western film industry not liking anything what we do in India? Like, why are these films not getting nominated? They go there and they get tossed every time. Is there a language problem, or is there something which they can't communicate, or we are in another tangent, or are we in a well like a frog, which thinking that we have a 1.3 billion people who watch our stuff, that's enough. I feel in this divisive world, we need to sometimes tell our stories in a better way, more artistic way, so that, and if you see the recent racial attacks in the US against Asians, all the stuff happens because they have a certain perspective about our country here. And that perspective can only change when you have a great movie telling our stories, in a way. Not just showing poverty, not just showing the dark side, but also something more beautiful. Because there's so many amazing human stories. There's so many great characters in India who have proved that they're beyond human in the way they behave. If you take Gandhiji and what he achieved with non-violence. For instance, the whole world takes nuclear weapons and this weapon and that weapon, but he was instrumental in getting the freedom for India through non-violence, which is a great statement. And so the stories here is just not Gandhiji, but there's so many other unsung heroes. Recently, I voted for the Padma Awards, and I had to look at almost 700 worthy applicants, and in that 143 odd unsung heroes who didn't care about publicity. They've been working, eradicating poverty and cycling 40 kilometers to treat a patient almost every day. So stories like that even kind of moved me, and that is why I think we've set up this Future Proof, where we can question what are the reasons, what are the points which we need, what are the things which you need to have in mind to achieve greatness through movies, and what is the missing link in innovation, in art, and the whole sensibilities of how do you uplift the sensibilities to a world level kind of thing. So talking about Firdos.
Yes, Firdos.
Which is an expo project. I think, so I was contacted and I asked that this is a good thing to do, and I said, yeah, it's fantastic because it'll be a great statement coming from Dubai, which one of the places I love because of the ideology of embracement of every culture, language of friendship, of innovation, of leadership and hope. And so many Indian families or South Asian families, I mean Dubai and UAE has been a hope for them. They've earned money, they've sent back, their lives have changed from a worker to a CEO level kind of people. So for me, I think it was a great opportunity to see whether we could do an orchestra with multicultural women from that part of place, creating a statement in music, creating something world class. And so we got great entries in the audition. We're looking at the audition and we're very excited about the project.
Oh, wow. We are looking forward for that day, and I'm still waiting when Rahman sir, I see him face to face, heart to heart. Sir, I have like last two segments with you, then we'll finish it. It is first quick questions, and I hope that you answer it fast.
I'm very slow, sorry.
No problem. You take your time. So, first question, we want to know choosing the movie. It depends on script or director for A.R. Rahman.
I think director.
Oh, wow. That's the honest reply, honest answer. Yeah. Okay, your best Hindi all song, not yours, others, which you love singing it.
Wow. The composition I like, I don't, not for singing, but Aapki Nazaron.
आपकी नजरों ने समझा प्यार के काबिल मुझे. Wow. One of my favorite also, because there is Dharamji in that song also. Yeah. Okay, your best film, your best Rahman sir, which you love it more.
That's yet to come.
Wow. Wow. Okay. With or against remix?
Mostly against. Because it's complicated. They don't credit properly. Sometimes they take it and use it in a very wrong way. And you just don't want to keep fighting. You just, there's so many great musicians, tune makers, lyric writers. So why don't people get something original rather than taking something?
Okay. Your best dish ever. Whenever you feel hungry, you want to eat this dish.
Dish. Oh, God. French fries.
French fries. Okay, great. Okay, your best destination, last one, best destination, where you love to have your vacation, rest with your family.
Konya.
Korea?
Konya. Turkey. Konya.
Konya. Oh, Turkey. Wow. And the food is very nice there.
Yeah. I mean, I have many, but now I think that's what I can think of. It's in December, snow, Maulana, whirling dervish, Shams Tabriz.
Wow. When you say that name in the COVID time, that means you hardly want to go there.
Yes.
Okay, there is a segment, it's quiz, and this quiz it's made for you, Rahman sir. It is in Arabic, and I believe you know a little bit Arabic, but I will try my best to give you some signals. This is your songs. I subtitle it in Arabic. I will say it in Arabic, and you should give me the answer.
Oh,
please.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. First song, it's one of your famous song. In Arabic, it's called Ya Ummi Laki Salam.
Ma tujhe salam.
Ma tujhe salam. Yes. Absolutely. Very good. Second one, it is a romantic song. In Arabic, it's called Ya Ayyuha al-Gharib. اسمعني صوتك من بعيد. سمعني صوتك من بعيد. يا أيها الغريب.
Listen to my prayer, I am a poor man, or something like that.
It is romantic. سمعني صوتك من بعيد. Your sound. I want to hear your sound. غريب is stranger in English, so I give you little clue.
Gharib is not poor?
No. Poor is in Urdu, but in Arabic, غريب is stranger.
Oh, Ajnabi.
Yeah, Ajnabi, to be yes, I was right.
Sorry, Urdu and Arabic are different. Gharib.
Yeah, there is some words different, but some words is same. Like kursi in Urdu, Arabic, same thing, kursi.
Yeah, that's the
Uh, yeah. There is a very famous song from your beginning career in Arabic. مكان في قلبي وأمنية صغيرة أيضا في قلبي. قلبي الصغير، قلبي الصغير
heart.
وأمنيتي الصغيرة. صغير means little.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Kabir.
قلبي الصغير.
Sagir means
Yeah,
small.
كبير mean big and صغير mean small. So قلبي الصغير وأمنيتي الصغيرة. My heart small and I have something else also small. Heart is dil. The song is in Hindi. It's dubbed in Hindi from your famous movie. No, the beginning, the first one.
Oh.
قلبي الصغير أمنيتي الصغيرة.
Oh,
أمنيتي الصغير दिल है छोटा सा.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's okay. It's okay. This is one of your famous also. الطائر البريء ارجع البيت. الطائر البريء ارجع للبيت.
Nadan Parinde.
नादान परिंदे घर आजा. ارجع البيت घर आजा.
What is for Nadan in Arabic?
नादान بريء. innocent يعني بريء. البريء. البريء.
Al-Bari means innocent.
Yeah. Yes.
And for bird?
برد طائر.
Tar.
الطائر. Last word in Arabic. كيف نعيش من غير العشق وكيف نموت من غير العشق.
Careful. إيش क्या करो?
كيف نعيش من غير العشق وكيف نموت من غير العشق.
عشق بنا क्या जीना यारो, you know.
عشق بنا क्या जीना यारो. Yes, 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 absolutely. Rahman sir, you are genius in Arabic also, so that means you will have a gift from me. I'm so sorry, you should have a gift from me because you answered very well, and I have little gift from your side, tribute for you, Rahman sir. Some Arab singers want to sing for you short clips. If you have permission, I can show you.
Please show.
Thank you so much. First one, he is not Arabic. First one, he know you very well. He's Jatin Pandit's son. He's called Rahul Pandit. He wants to say something to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Hello, Rahman sir. Hello, Hamad sir. I hope you guys are doing good and thank you for having me. Rahman sir, I'm a big fan of your work and so is my father. And you have made all of us Indians very proud. मैं आपको लास्ट टाइम मेरे ख्याल से हम आपकी एक डॉक्यूमेंट्री आपने रिलीज की थी, आई थिंक पीवीआर जून में था. मैं वहीं मिला था लास्ट टाइम. आप बहुत बहुत स्वीट थे और एक्चुअली पापा ने मुझे कहा है कि आपको क्लासिकल बहुत पसंद है. मैं पापा से सीखता हूँ और आई होप आपको अच्छा लगे. तेरे हम दमदा तो बेनिसार जान दा मिया चाला पा छानी वे सुन पावे नादान से मेरा दोष ना तमामिया अपना तो हुआ काम तमाम चालपा छानी वे तुम हो पास मेरे साथ मेरे हो तुम यूं जितना महसूस करो तुमको उतना ही Abhilu. Oh, 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 hey.
So he's Rahul Pandit from, he's in America right now.
Oh, Rahul, he's got a great voice. And he sang Tapa, right? In the beginning?
Yeah.
His intonation is very
Yeah.
good. God bless him.
Yes,
A great preacher.
that's good. There's another girl, she's from Morocco. She wants to sing for you. Her name is Hajar.
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Rahman. How are you? I hope you're fine. I'm Hajar from Morocco. I'm very happy to be in this direct, especially of a musician with a golden and famous beautiful tunes. I would like to thank Mr. Hamad Reyami, who encouraged the talent and who gave me this chance. सुरही ना ताल है आजा सावरिया आ आ आ आ ताल से ताल मिला ताल से ताल मिला सावनिया जितना मुझको भिगा दिया हाय मेरे लाजनी मुझको लगा दिया ऐसे लगे चली सोचा मैं घड़ी सब मेरे खो दिया क्या मैंने खो दिया जब क्यों भी बोल तू संग मेरे दौड़ तो मेरी ताल से ताल मिला.
So she's Hajar from Morocco.
Wow, she doesn't know Hindi. She just learned the song herself.
She don't know Hindi. She know little words, but she know Arabic fluent. But she know Hindi songs only when she hear.
Oh my God. She's almost a singer in the Hindi singing.
Yeah. There is a guy from Tanzania, Africa. He's a big fan of you also. He want to sing one song for you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Official Dayo, an artist from East Africa, Tanzania. Thank you, my brother Hamad Reyami, for your support to me to be connected with my brother Rahman. And this is my favorite song from him. Dum dara dum dara masti masti dara dum dara masti masti dara dum dum. ओ दम दम बिन तेरे क्या जीना तेरे बिना बेस्वाद रहतिया ओ सजना तेरे बिना बेस्वाद रहतिया ओ सजना ओ रुकी रे कतुरे खाते ना dum dara masti dara dum dara masti dara dum oh hum dum bin tere kya jeena.
Wow.
He's Mazaka from Tanzania.
Wow. Tanzania.
Yeah, Tanzania.
Everything almost perfect. Huh?
Oh, really?
Wow.
Even he don't know to speak Hindi, and even he don't know speak English very well. When I had an interview with him, I bring my cousin who knows Swahili, and he was talking with me to sing this song for you.
Yeah, I've been following a singer called Kudude from Zanzibar.
Yeah, Zanzibar. Yeah.
She passed away a couple of years back.
Oh,
old lady. Yeah.
Wow.
Very, very beautiful. So I keep following the cultures. So it's very nice.
Zanzibar, it's a beautiful city. I have 4 homes there, Rahman sir.
Really?
One time I invite you there, inshallah.
Okay.
I have last 2, sir, if you have permission. One is from Muscat, Oman. Can I show you?
Sure.
Please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thanks, man.
The legend, Rahman sir. I can't express myself, really. I can't express myself. Allah, you will perform in our country, in Oman. And I would like to thank Mr. Hamad. अजनबी तू भी कभी आवाज दे कहीं से, मैं यहाँ टुकड़ों में जी रहा हूँ, मैं यहाँ टुकड़ों में जी रहा हूँ, तू कहीं टुकड़ों में जी रही है, कहना है क्या एक अनजान से जो मिले, जलने लगी मोहब्बत के जैसे सिलसिले, अरमाने से दिल में खिले, जिनको कभी मैं न जानूं, वो हमसे हम उनसे कभी ना मिले, कैसे मिले दिल न जानूं, अब क्या करे क्या नाम दे, कैसे उन्हें मैं पुकारूं। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Nice.
He's Jihad. His name Jihad from Muscat.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah,
I
and
think
the last one. Yeah, sorry. Say you want to say
make
something?
sure that you played the good ones to me.
Yeah, I will. The last one, sir. She's a little girl. She's named Meghan. She want to do some perform for you if you have permission, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
For you, I love. For you, I love. Ran through a hurricane. Only for you. For you, my love. For you, I love. For you, I give up everything. For you, I give. For you, I love.
She's named Meghan. She's a little girl. She wants to say something to you. She's singing for you.
Yeah, it's strangely, I just listened to that song. I said, I don't know who listened to this song. And then finally the answer is there. I mean, I'm so glad that somebody likes that song. It is done for the movie Blinded by the Light.
Yeah.
Glorious, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's a small gift from me, Rahman sir, for you, because you answered very well the Arabic questions. And by the way, yesterday was my birthday, and this is my biggest gift that I have you in my show.
Happy birthday, belated happy birthday. God bless you.
Thank you so much. But there is like some little request from my side. I question you and you answer to me. I will sing with you. I will sing with you. I need even little for my gift, like small gift.
Next time.
Even Nadan Parende, even anything.
I mean, yeah, this is my problem. I'm like, when I start singing, I don't stop. To get me started,
No, why not? I will start with you.
I will come. I'll come with those stuff that time. I'll sing with you. Okay. Bye. Thank you, everyone.
It's okay. Thank you so much, Rahman sir, and I hope that you will be safe. And hi from my side to your son Amin and your my sister Khatija and all your family. Thank you so much, Rahman sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care. Yeah, Rahman sir was with me. Alhamdulillah, I finished with him. اللي بيسألني بالعربي وايد أسئلة راح أتكلم معكم إن شاء الله بعدين بالعربي أكثر. So I had that great opportunity to have him in my show, and I'm very happy that he was with me, and I hope that you also guys enjoyed. I'm so sorry I couldn't take some questions, so many questions, not some questions for him. فسامحوني ما قدرت أخذ أسئلتكم، وإن شاء الله يعني نتلاقى معكم في لقاءات قادمة مع اساطير مع فنانين كبار ان شاء الله من السينمات الهنديه وغيرها. So we'll meet you ان شاء الله next time with other live session, and thank you so much to being with us, and take care. Peace. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.